Hi, Steve here from Winning More. Welcome you to this demo of Compound Magic Pro. Last year we released Compound Magic and it sold extremely well, but the continual feedback we got was that people wanted to be able to save plans so they could do football, greyhounds, soccer, tennis, and they would like to be saving different plans as they went along. So if there was no football for a while, they could just park the football plan and get on with greyhounds or horses. So that's what Compound Magic Pro has done now. It's gone that step further and been able for you to run several plans and come back to them when an eligible selection is available. What I'll show you now in this brief video is the principle of Compound Magic Pro. For those who don't know how Compound Magic works, it works on the magic of compounding, and it's a very nice little piece of software. So let's just have a look and I'll take you through. Say for example here we're looking at, we're doing horse racing and we're looking at some smallish fields, and we found a horse here that we like called Rose Tulip. So we can type in the name there, and Rose Tulip, first before we do that we need to put what we're going to do. This series we're going to run with a £20 $20 bank. Okay, so we put that in there and click go, and you can see now that it's actually split the bet into 4 different levels. Now don't be confused on what this is doing here. The main thing we need to look at is at the bottom here it says bets, and this is how much you're going to bet. So on Rose Tulip we're betting the $20, pounds or euros on it. These columns here will get filled up as we go along. So let's say Rose Tulip indeed salutes as a winner and it was paying $2.70. So we put the $2.70 in there, click go. We can see now that it's going to tell us to back $54, pounds or euros on the next selection 2. Okay, so far, keep in mind, even though we're going to be betting 54, we're still only using our original 20 there. Okay, so we go to the next race, and we're looking at some selections here, and we can see that Twiddle Me Finger is in a race with only 7 runners, and it's paying a good price for the place of 2.1. So we put in the 2.1, and it runs second, which is good enough for us. So we click go, and you can see now that we have got 85.05. But if we add up all this column here, it would come to more than that. But what the beauty of Compound Magic, what it's done now, it's hived off some profit. So we've been looking at some profit, and it's hived us off some profit. So even though we're only 2 bets in, it's hived us off this profit here. Oh, well, I should say it's taken this money out, 28.35. If we go up here, we can see the profit is 8.35. So we've only had 2 bets so far, and it's already given us our stake back, it's given us our 20 back, and it's made us 8.35 profit. Okay, so our next bet is going to be 85, and we'll just look at what we're going to. What you can also see there is 41.8 return on investment that we've already got. Now that's the 8.35 away from the 20 is 41. So if it all turns custard now, we've still made a 41.8 profit on our 20 that we started with. Okay, seeing it's Saturday now, we're going to nip out and do some chores and that. So what we'll do now is we won't bother with any more today. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll save this plan. Okay, so this is going to be default number 0 is the plan for this. Okay, so it's saved it for us, and what we'll do now is we will close down the software and come back tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day now, and we want to continue on that plan that we started with. So we said it was plan 0, so we put in 0, we clicked load, and there we are, we're back to where we were yesterday. Okay, today we've got a horse that we want to back, and it's called Witless. And Witless is playing a very good place price of 2.35. So we put in the 2.35, click go. Sorry, before I should have done that, we had 85.05 on Witless at 2.35, and Witless ran second, so it's run a place for us. So we can see now, if we look at that, if we add the two here, 66 and 66 up, we're getting the 133 there. So you can see this green one here is more profit that it's hived off. So we've had 3 winning bets, and it's taken now, if we have a look up here, we have 74.95 profit from 3 low priced bets. Okay, that's not the end of the game though for us. We're still playing. Okay, so you can see now if after those 3 winning bets, if the next one loses, we've secured that 74.97, which is a return on investment of 374%. So pretty good considering how low priced these horses are. Okay, so we're still alive, and in selection 4 here, we've got emaciated Twiggy. A bit long to fit in there. Emaciated Twiggy, and she's at the price 133. But keep in mind, we've already made 74 profit regardless of what happens to this bet with Twiggy. Twiggy, we're backing for a place, and it's at the odds of 1.85, and it runs third. So we can see now that our profit has increased to 194, and we're placing on our last bet now 119 on our last bet. So if this bet loses, we still pocket 194 from 4 very low priced horses with a starting bank of only 20. So it's getting close to 1,000% return on investment using the Compound Magic Pro. If for example, if any of these horses lost in the process, all we would do is kill this plan, because there'd be no money left to bet on the next horse because we're taking out the profit as we went. So you would kill this plan and start fresh again. So our 5th selection is going to be a horse called Hardwood. I'm using horses here, but of course you can use anything that you want. Hardwood. Okay, so we've got Hardwood in there, and Hardwood is in fact greyhound. So it's not racing the horses, it's racing the greyhound. So we've switched to the greyhounds for this because we're using this as a mixed go. And we're going to go bet him for a win, because he's won his last 3 in a row, and he's paying 240 for the win, and he duly obliges for us. We'll click go. We can see now that this is the end for us. This is the end of all of our betting for us, because we've had our 5 selections. They've all either run a place or win, depending on what we wanted them to do. We've been collecting the profit ever since the second end of the second race, so you can see as you go. And we have ended up with 482 pounds, dollars, euros for a £20 starting bank, and that's 2,413% return on investment on 5 very low priced horses, and the last one, of course, Harwood being a dog. Now you can see this exact sample if you want to download the user's guide for Compound Magic Pro, you can download the user's guide now if you like, and you can have a look at how this was achieved. Okay, so we don't want to save this plan because obviously we've completed it, so there's no point us saving this plan unless of course you wanted to record the results, which you can just write that down. So we're going to kill this plan. Yes, okay, and we're fresh to go. What you can do is you can store 20 plans in here. So you can say have the first 5 plans maybe for horse racing, the second 5 plans you could have maybe for dog racing, plans 11 to 15 you might want for football, or tennis or snooker, whatever you want. That's the versatility of Compound Magic. And as you can see, we're not looking for big price horses or dogs or anything. We're trying to keep them over 2, obviously, to keep the compound interest up. And obviously once you get 2 selections in a row that have won or run a place, and you're betting at odds of over 2 or evens, then you're going to be banking profits as you go along. If you go into the 1.5s, 1.8, stuff like that through the process, you won't be banking very much profit on your way through. Okay, so that's Compound Magic Pro for you. Thanks for watching it. We do have a book on strategies to use with Compound Magic Pro, so it gives you tennis, football, dogs, horses. So you will develop your own strategies as you go along, but we're going to give you something to get your teeth into. So thanks again for watching Compound Magic Pro, and we wish you all the best. And if you have brought Compound Magic, you can upgrade for a small fee. You can upgrade and get the Compound Magic Pro plus the strategy book. Okay, this is Steve signing off for Steve and Max, the creator of Compound Magic Pro, wishing you